Growing list of Canadian politicians caught travelling abroad despite pandemic.
Here's a summary of the article.
Toronto, an expanding list of Canadian politicians are in hot water after being caught vacationing or travelling abroad amid a worsening COVID-19 pandemic at home. Current federal public health guidance says to avoid all non-essential travel outside of Canada, something Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and health authorities have repeatedly reiterated in public briefings. Ontario Finance Minister Rod Phillips resigned after news emerged that he vacationed in the Caribbean island of St. Barts, although his social media presence made it seem otherwise. Public anger was also aimed at Ontario's Premier Doug Ford, despite his public condemnation of Phillips' decision, as it became clear Ford knew about the vacation 2 weeks ago. Alberta Premier Jason Kenney has declined to discipline members of his government for travelling abroad as it emerged staff like MLA Pat Wren travelled to Mexico and Municipal Affairs Minister Tracy Allard was vacationing in Hawaii. Calgary-Pegan MLA Tanya Furr also issued a public apology Friday after travelling to the U.S. to visit her sister. Manitoba. The NDP said Friday that MP Nikki Ashton travelled abroad to visit an ailing family member in Greece, which Ashton later confirmed in a tweet.
This post received a score of 12,000, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Hey honey, sure is nice to go on holiday without all those other pesky tourists around. We've got the entire beach to ourselves.
Such things actually mildly infuriate me. How the hell can they await from normal people to act accordingly to their anti-pandemic messeurs, when they don't do it themselves? They're sending the wrong sign with these actions. I know enough people that think the pandemic isn't real. I don't want to also meet people stating stuff like, if the politicians can go on vacation, why shouldn't I? These people have a role model function, if they want it or not.
Them calling it a mistake is fucking insulting. Did you mistakenly buy a plane ticket? Absently drive yourself to the airport while accidentally uploading a cover-up to social media? This was a premeditated act of bastardry.
The only mistake is that they got caught. Those in power pass laws for you to follow but not them.
I know, I'm just insulted they believe us plebs so stupid as to believe such an absurd lie. It's just lip service. They clearly don't care. After reading the article, it sounds like the majority of them that were caught won't be facing any consequences at all. Oh, there is no way in hell anyone at the UCP gives a shit in any way. NDP I'm still naive enough to believe might possibly care for non-cynical reasons.
Pretty sure the one lady in the NDP has already been fired from her critic role, although she's still an MP.
Can't fire elected officials unfortunately, so the NDP responded instead of grudgingly pretending to care like the UCP.
I guess hypocrites are everywhere.
Ontario Rod Phillips MLA Alberta Pat Wren MLA Tracy Allard Minister Jeremy Nixon MLA Tanya Furr MLA Jason Stephan MLA Ron Leapart MP Alberta Non-elected Michael Forian Press Secretary Eliza Snyder Press Secretary James Huckabee Chief of Staff Saskatchewan Joe Hargrave MLA Manitoba Nikki Ashton MP Quebec Pierre Arc and MNA Yori Chassin MNA.
Wow, what a surprise, the worst affected province has the most MLAs travelling.
Shit's wild over here.
It's the same everywhere now. We no longer have civil servants. We have rulers who have zero accountability from the public and will be protected as long as they stay loyal to the party.
We still have civil servants, but there's a growing disconnect between them, the faceless people who actually carry out the business of government, and the political figures, the elected representatives who make the decisions, with a seemingly diminishing sense of responsibility to the people who put them there.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.